Hi, this is Arielle Live TV. Today we have a lot of guests and I'm so surprised because inside of this building is so hot. Oh my god, I'm getting hot. But anyway, today this wonderful lady that I'm about to introduce, she's been an attorney for 24 years in California and now she is based in Las Vegas running for Judge District 7, and we're going to find out exactly what's the job of being a judge. But anyway, Amy moved here in Las Vegas for what, five years? About right, 5 years from now?
Well, I've lived in Las Vegas for a total of 12 years.
12 years.
We lived here in 2002 for a couple of years, moved to Arizona, and then we've been back for 10 years.
Wow. And you also become a protein judge, like some of my friends,
Yes.
Bird, she's still a protein judge.
Yes.
And you also did a pro bono as a children's.
Right. I still do that.
You still do that until today. So you live here for 12 years, as I said. Yeah. You have 3 children.
I do. I have 3 sons. They are 25, 20, and 18. So my youngest just graduated from high school here from Palo Verde a couple months ago.
So everybody are growing.
So what's that?
Everybody are growing.
They're all grown right now. I'm becoming an empty nester, and I also became a grandma. I go by Mimi.
Oh,
I became a
wow.
Mimi in May. So my oldest son and his wife
Congratulations.
had their first baby, so I have a grandson as
So
well.
someone is gonna bring you shoes, sandals, and take you to shopping, right?
That's right. We are going to be besties. I already told him the word no does not exist in our relationship. He can have whatever he wants from Mimi.
I know when I see you the last time on our Independence Day. That's
Yes.
so fun. I'm so
So fun.
sorry to Agnes. I'm sorry that she didn't make it. But another year, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Another year.
Yes, Agnes has a bright future. She's amazing. She's a great prosecutor
Yeah.
and really serves our community. And we would be fortunate to have her on the bench.
What inspired you to run as a judge? What's inspired you?
What inspires me? That's a great question. It's on a personal note, it's been a goal I've had for a long time to become a judge. And also, like I just mentioned, my youngest son just graduated from high school, and it's a time in my life where my life is changing, moving into a different season of being an empty nester, and my children having, of course, will always be a priority, but their needs are changing, so I have more time. I apologize. But also, I really do have a desire to serve the community, and I feel like, well, I know that from the platform of being a judge, I would have the opportunity to see all kinds of people in different situations in our community come into the court. And I'd love to be not just a judge who calls the calendar, does, of course, takes care of the judicial responsibilities that you have, but also be involved in the community in meaningful, impactful ways, being aware of resources available, helping be a connector in the community. If I see a need in a case, being able to call counsel to the bench and say, hey, it looks like your client might benefit from this organization in town. Here's some information. Go, just as a suggestion,
So,
that connector being impactful.
some of the judges also do communicate in the community, because I don't see much of the judges really doing a helping hand on the community. So I believe this is going to be the first. Anyway, being you as a judge, what exactly is your fighting for on Department 7?
Well, okay, so I'm running for Las Vegas Justice Court Department 7. Right now, Department 7 has a general criminal calendar. Judge Bennett Herron is the sitting judge in that department. She has served our community for, I believe, 24 years, and she's retiring. So it's an open seat. Now, the assignment can change from time to time and either be a civil calendar of cases, civil disputes, money disputes up to $15,000, or a criminal calendar. And in the Justice Court, the criminal calendars are either general criminal calendars, which cover all kinds of cases from less serious misdemeanors all the way through murder cases. All criminal charges start in criminal cases start in the Justice Court. The felonies are heard in the Justice Court through a preliminary hearing or a grand jury indictment. And at that point, they're bound over to district court for trial or plea. Also in Justice Court, they divide up the criminal cases. There are two judges that handle exclusively domestic violence cases, and there's a DUI court as well. So,
Let me ask you
Yeah.
about the DUI and domestic. How do you base your how do you call this judgment? Let's say DUI. How do you proceed? Are you gonna fine them, or are you gonna put them in a mental health, or are you gonna put them in jail completely? Because some of the judges are very harsh. You get to remember that. So how do you judge that?
well, every case has its own unique set of circumstances and facts, a different person before the court. As a judge, as judicial officers, we are obligated, our role is to listen to both sides, to take in the evidence and apply the law as written. We don't legislate from the bench, we apply the law as written to the facts before us.
How about domestic violence? Because as you know, almost every day there is a violence, domestic violence, family, children.
Right.
And then they're already dead. Because some judges doesn't listen to what the crying, like I read the other day, a crying woman, please help me out, give the restraining order. But they didn't listen because the judge said they don't have enough evidence. So what the guy did, he came back home and killed everybody.
I'm not familiar with the facts that you're speaking to, and it wouldn't be appropriate for me as a judicial candidate
No,
to
I'm
speak
asking
to
you-
a specific
no.
case or facts.
No, I'm not.
But-
I'm just
but-
giving you
right.
an example. Being you as a
Right.
judge, how are you going to justify or judge them based on the case? For example, there is a young man, and it's a domestic violence, and then this woman is crying for help, but you say, "Oh, I didn't see much evidence." So how are you going to proceed? For example.
Arielle, you're asking me a question that I specifically cannot answer. We have the judicial code of ethics, the canons that are rules we have to follow. One of them specifically says we cannot comment on issues that may come before the court. Understand, it's very likely I can have a domestic violence case before me.
How do you call this? I'm just making fictitious.
I understand that.
Fiction, or how about the fiction?
But
or
it still is
whatever.
an issue that could come before the court. But
Alright.
but let me finish. Sure. Because I want to be clear. I'm not trying to evade questions.
Oh, no,
but I do have to
you
follow
have the right.
the rules.
Sure, of course, of course.
So,
I understand.
What I can say is that I sit as a judge pro tem. That is a substitute judge. I fill in for judges. I've done that here in the Las Vegas Justice Court. I did it for 3 years in Arizona. And what I do is I listen to the facts that are presented to me. When I have to apply the law as written, and in an impartial way, and I do the best I can with that. Judges are all human. We're not going to get it right every time.
Of course, I understand that.
I want to believe if there's a victim in court presenting evidence that supports a finding for an order of protection, then it would be granted. The evidence is there and the law supports it, then that would happen.
Well, you're a very intelligent judge. I mean, you can be a judge. I mean, I'm just, for me, we're live. A lot of
Right.
people watching, and shout out to the Philippines. I know they said they're gonna watch. I'm just asking this because so many judges that I help, running for their, office, and some of them are not so bright. Because sometimes I go attend, like former judge Richard Scotty. He's also part of our Diversity Chamber of Commerce. So I get to listen sometimes.
Sure.
I get to sit on the bench,
Right.
to listen. It's just so sad because sometimes some judge doesn't hear the crying on the other party. And then at the end of the day we come out like, why did she do that? Something like that.
Right.
There's
Well,
no
judges
justice.
like everyone else, we're all different people, different personalities, different styles perhaps. My style is I listen to people. My goal, not everyone that comes into my courtroom will agree with my decisions. That's impossible, right?
Correct.
However, I would hope that everyone that would come into my courtroom would at least feel that they had been heard, that I was respectful to them and I heard what they had to say and it was considered. Now, they might not agree with the decision, but they'll at least feel heard, and I definitely treat people respectfully. It's just who I am.
I respect that. I think you're ready to become a judge.
Thank you.
I mean, you have so much experience in what, 24 years, 30
I
years
do.
now?
I've been an attorney for 24 years, and to be clear, I have practiced in California, Arizona, and Nevada in those 24 years. So, and I have vast experience. For example, I have been a criminal prosecutor. I've also done some criminal defense. Right now, I'm in a civil practice. I've represented clients literally in every area of law that justice court handles cases: criminal, civil, evictions, traffic, small claims, orders of protection. I represented and practiced law in those areas. And I sit as a judge pro tem, so I have judicial experience. And I always like to say and mention that my favorite clients are the kiddos that I represent who are in foster care. I participate in the Children's Attorney Program. And that's something I have done for over 5 years. That wasn't something I just signed up to do real quick to throw on my resume to run for judge. I've been doing that since 2017. It's volunteer, it's pro bono, and it gives children in foster care a voice in the courtroom. We represent the child, what they want. The state takes care of the best interest of the child. The parents have their own attorneys. So the CAP attorney, we're called the Children's Attorney Project, the CAP attorney, we represent the child and what they want in this process. It's all about them and their life. And that is absolutely the most rewarding thing I've done with my legal career. And it's been an honor, quite frankly, to be able to give that service to our community.
I think it's nice sometimes when some judges or attorney get involved with that situation, because you can actually mentor them, you know. If they don't have to be scared whatsoever. And also, do you also suggest that they have to see a counseling?
Oh, the children that I represent?
Counseling, also mental health. Like
all of that is, so that each case has a caseworker with family services, you know, caseworker, Department of Family and Child Services, and they make the arrangements for those kinds of appointments for, their physical health, their mental health, their making sure their education's, being taken care of. And if it's not, then yes, I can speak up for the child and say, hey, this isn't happening. What can we do to make this happen? So, yes, I am the child's attorney. I represent the child and what they want and give them a voice in the process.
I like that. That's so nice, because we cannot be hard on children, because sometimes their mind is like,
they're children.
They're children.
They're children. Quite frankly, if we don't stand up for children, what do we stand for?
Correct.
If we are not standing up for our children in our community, what do we really stand for? I mean, I'm very passionate about that, and this is a way I've found to serve children as an attorney. But throughout my life, I've been involved with children either as the favorite babysitter in the neighborhood, or I would organize the kids to put on plays. I worked as a nanny back east. I've worked in juvenile detention and during college, and worked with kids in the juvenile system. It's something that I am truly passionate about.
Well, I know you're gonna win as a judge. Don't forget to
Thank you.
invite them. But honestly, I think for explaining what you do and what else extra time that you're donating, I mean, you're more than welcome to be part of our diversity chamber.
I would love that. Thank you.
We want you to be one of the mentor. I mean, we're about to have the just like a community center. I was so lucky enough to meet this young man later on that I'm gonna be bringing here on the next show, and he's the CEO of Silver State Health here in Las Vegas. So they're actually funded by the government. So I think if you can help us out, mentoring some of, because what we're doing is we're partnering also with the Seek Jesus First divider, but we have also a different, diversity, because diversity is everybody.
Everyone in our community is important.
Yes, we don't discriminate them. My first project is basically Silver State collaborate with us, help to create a mobile shower so that we can shower the homeless. So that when we help
that's great.
them,
Do you know that in the Las Vegas Justice Court we actually have a community court? Right now Judge Letizia is over the community court. No, I'm sorry, it's not Judge Letizia. She's over the Veterans Court. I think it's Judge Dotson is over the community court. But it's to service homeless people that come into the system, and they have their own court, and if their case qualifies, they can go through that court, and I believe they have something like that where mobile showers and services come to the court to service that population, which is important. And like I mentioned, there's the Veterans Court. I'm really in favor of programs like that where it's appropriate in the appropriate cases to have a case go through a specialty court, we call them, where the issues that bring them to court in the first place are being addressed. Otherwise, it's just a revolving door with their criminal cases. So to really address the issues, whether it be the mental health, the homelessness situation, veterans have a variety of issues that affect them. Let's get to the bottom, the root causes of the criminal activity or charges that are before the court, and help them so they don't come back, and help them improve their lives. I am 100%
Well,
in favor of programs like that.
join us, and I believe
All right,
we can work together.
Keep me in the loop. I'd love to.
Yeah, okay. We have a meeting next month. We're preparing the meeting next month. So
You
we
have
can
my
talk.
number. You text me
Yeah,
the
I
details.
called you. I'll text you. Where are you,
I'll put on
Amy?
my calendar, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to get around and be involved in this
Sure,
community
sure.
and meet as many people as I can. I mean, truly, being a judge, serving the public, it is public trust, and it's important to me that I connect with as many people in the community as I can. This is a nonpartisan position.
Correct.
We're to be impartial and fair and treat everyone respectfully and impartially. And so often we hear, well, who are these people running for judge? There's just a name on the
I know, there's so
ballot, or
many.
we see these
Yeah.
signs in the streets. So
Yeah, I don't even
love
know
to
them.
connect personally with people.
Yeah. I mean, when I pass by West Flamingo, right? You guys are all over. I mean, I said, who are these people?
Right.
I don't even know them, who I'm going to be voting with,
Right.
Well, of course, Amy. Amy,
Of
why don't
course,
you
Amy.
invite the
That's right.
community? Why don't you invite the community this coming, I think November is the...
Right, so it seems like it's a long ways
I
away, but it
know,
will
huh?
be here before we know it. It's November 8th is the general election. Early voting will start usually about 10 days before that. Everyone will mail the ballot again, like in the primary. You can mail your ballot back in, or you can go vote in person. But the general election is November 8th, and I very much appreciate everyone's support. I have a website with more information about me and my campaign. It's very simple to find. It's Amy Wilson for, spelled out F-O-R, judge.com. Amy Wilson for judge.com. So,
I think I named you half Filipino, remember? You
you
that.
all adopted me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
June 12, you become
On June, was that when I was adopted?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
June 12.
June 12th, I was
So
adopted, and we all
Amy-
celebrated the
Correct, the
victory of the
Independence
new,
Day.
well, the
Yeah.
Independence Day, and then we had that big ball recently for the,
Yes, for
the
the
celebration.
gala,
The gala that was
celebration,
great,
yeah.
and you saw me in my
I
new
know.
Filipino dress. It's beautiful.
Actually, I already know. They told me when we were in the store. Said,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, Amy, this was here." Oh, really?
Yes.
So we know.
Well, Agnes had one, and I was jealous, so I had to get one too. So
So,
I got the same, actually the same one as Agnes, except for mine's red. And she
Are you
had
gonna buy
one.
another one because there's a big event? It's gonna be August 6, 5, 4, and 3. It's not.
I think I saw it on my calendar. You'll have to let me know.
I get your ticket.
Okay.
Each one. If you just wanna attend the gala, it's only 125. But if you're gonna attend the whole, convention, that's 3 days, $300.
Probably can't do 3 days with my schedule
The
right
gala
now.
is good.
But I do love the galas. Those are really
So
fun.
that we
So I
can
need to
flush
do that.
our barrel
Yes, yes, and it's been great. I mean, the Filipino community has been amazing. I've been embraced. I've been welcomed. You are a vibrant community here and so active. And I love it. I really do. It's been absolutely enriching to my life personally, and I appreciate the support of my campaign. And
Of course. I love
whatever
you.
happens in November, I'm not going anywhere.
You're gonna win. Remember, I'm gonna be sitting in your bins.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there. Your Department 7.
Oh, are you?
Harass
Okay.
you.
No harassing, but you are welcome to come anytime.
Just my email.
I know.
But anyway, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Amy, for being
Thank you.
here with me, and I'm glad that we got to talk about what you're, how you're gonna be able to help the community, how you're gonna be able to help the domestic, how you're gonna be able to help this young generation, especially children, as you said, that's your passion,
Yes.
helping the kids.
It really is. And not really everyone, but I do have a special place in my heart for children. I always have, so. Yes.
I know we're a grandma now, right?
I'm a grandma now. Mimi. Mimi doesn't sound as old as grandma,
Mimi.
so.
Oh.
Well, 'cause I just thought it was cute, and my name is Amy, so Mimi, and then I can put little hearts over the eyes when I write in little notes, love me.
Oh, that's so cute. But anyway, thank you so much for
Alright,
being here
thank
with
you.
me. And to do it again, what we need to do is we need to do it every week so that people can recognize you. Like I did to Richard. Richard, I think is planning, they're actually watching, Shout out to
All
everybody.
right. Shout out to everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You look lovely today. And you're half Filipino and half American.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you.
But anyway, once again, Attorney Amy Wilson, running for Justice Court Department 7. Don't forget, she's already half Asian, half American.
I mean, I look like it, right? Right? The redheaded, fair-skinned, half Filipino. That's me.
What's your nationality? You have many?
Oh, jeez. Yes, I say I'm a Euromut. Well, a lot of the ancestry from England, but also some Scotland, a little bit of Irish in there too. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations to that. And I know you're going to win because you got the primary.
Well, the primary, I came very close. We had strong numbers in the primary, but, you know, I take nothing for granted. So we got to work hard and make it through in November.
All right. Once again, Amy, and stay tuned. My next guest will be the CEO, Mark Mioka, Silver State Health in Las Vegas. So don't go away. We'll be right back.